guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing an advanced review on a pretty popular comic that I haven't read in a while, but I've been caught up because Mike Spire Slayer does reviews on Dark Avenger Inc. for this title, so I've been able to catch up with the title. And I know enough about it to enjoy this issue, and that's Invincible issue 100, which is the big issue, the milestone issue of Invincible, which is also written by Robert Kirkman because Walking Dead just had their milestone issue a couple of months ago. But let's talk about issue 100 of Invincible. Did this make me happy? You know, there was a lot of hype with it because it is issue 100, and there's a lot of especially I would say a couple months ago. It's been kind of hush since then, but there was a couple of promo pics like who will die, you know, it's kind of like that. Now with this, since it is an advanced review, it's kind of hard not to spoil, so it's going to be hard. It is an advanced review, so I am going to not spoil this issue, okay? Now the last thing that happens in this issue is pretty big, and I feel like I want to talk about it. So I'm going to try not to spoil it. If I do, I'm going to tell you spoiler alert, okay guys? Because it is a big spoiler, but for the beginning of this review, there will be no spoilers, because I'm sure you guys are going to want to read this on your own. So, but if you don't mind spoilers, then you could, you know, stay to the end with me. But in this issue, we get to see, in the beginning of this issue, that Mark dies. Now, he doesn't really die, and since this is the first page, it's not really a spoiler. He doesn't really die, but it's pretty gruesome. And we get to see Dinosaurs. He explains his whole plan. I won't say what he did, but he did something. That way Mark didn't die. Now, Mark has to really, he's trying to make up for his actions of this whole, you know, almost 1 million people dying in the world, because it kind of is his fault. So in this issue, we get to see him make up for that, or at least try to make up for that, because he says that throughout his whole career, it's always been on assumptions and guessing, and now he wants a plan. Now, will this be a good thing for his character or a bad thing? Maybe something that made his character was the assumptions. So this whole issue is showing that maybe I shouldn't trusted Dinosaurs, because that was an assumption that everything would be okay. But everything wasn't okay in the end. And now he has to make the plan of what to do with Dinosaurs and what to do with his life in the end. Now, that's pretty much what happens. Again, no one actually dies. I think in the beginning it was just more of, oh, well, here's someone, you know, all that gruesomeness that Robert Kirkman loves. And it was very gruesome, and I think the art did a great job with that. But really, it wasn't as great as the hype, but the ending is pretty good. Now I'm going to tell you guys the ending, but before I tell you guys the ending of the story, I'm going to say it is a pretty good issue. I don't know if I loved it as much I would have loved it as issue 100. Maybe I would have loved it even more if I was actually reading the series ongoingly. But I didn't feel really that surprised, and, you know, it was a good issue, and I would definitely give this a higher grade if it was a regular issue. But I think it was just a solid issue. I would give it 4 stars. I mean, there's some good stuff that I'm definitely picking up Invincible for now on again. You know, this is a great jumping on point, I think, or at least the last 2 issues. So if you picked up from issue 98, I think it's a great jumping on point, especially if you maybe dropped it in the past and you know the story pretty much, then I think it's a good jumping on point for those people that maybe lost track of the series and want to get back into it like me. And I definitely want to continue this series, especially after that cliffhanger that we get to see. So I'm going to give this 4 stars. It was a really solid issue. Some great stuff happened again. It was gruesome. It's surprising, I guess, because you're like, oh, is Mark dead? But they kind of don't leave you on that cliffhanger for long. They don't leave you on the edge of your seat for long, because they pretty much resolve that in a couple of pages. They're like, all right, well, you're not dead, but this is why, and I won't explain it because that's pretty much the whole issue. So it was a solid issue. I wish someone did die, honestly, because I think that would be like, what? You know, I don't think I would want Mark to die because he holds the series, but I would like to see someone die to make this issue a little bit bigger. But I'm going to give it 4 stars, and now for the people who don't want to hear the spoiler, you know, come back once you read the issue in a week or so. But I'm going to tell you the spoiler, and again, I did warn you guys. The spoiler is that you know, Mark is telling this to Eve, you know, Adam Eve, and she says in response to this, I'm pregnant. So remember in issue like 70 something, she didn't have her baby. But now she actually is pregnant, so now Mark has to really make some changes. And I think this is going to be a really cool journey just to see him become a father and get ready to become a father. And I think that's something that I'm really holding on to this series also, because yes, he is an adult and we saw him in a high school setting in the beginning of the series, but now we're really seeing him grow up, and I'm very excited to see that. And I think that's what made this issue a lot, is that he's stating that he's growing up. He's stating he's an adult, but now he has to prove it. And that's why I think this was a solid issue, and it was a 4-star issue, really great cliffhanger, and it really should advance Mark's character in a couple of issues to come. I don't know if they're going to do it maybe like 9 issues, Adam Eve will have the baby or whatever, or it'll be longer than that, but it should be very interesting. It was a very interesting cliffhanger, and I think you guys should definitely pick up this issue. I think it's a great jumping on point. Again, I think issue 98 was a better jumping on point because you had to kind of follow the story arc, but I followed Mike's reviews and he did a great job of summing up. That's why I kind of knew what was going on in the story arc already about Dinosaurus and all that. So you don't have to read it, just watch people's reviews, especially watch Mike's reviews on Dark Avenger Inc. and you'll be all caught up, and read issue 100. And then I think this is a great continuing. I'm definitely going to be picking up Invincible from now on, unless it gets boring again, because there was a point around issue like 70 something or 80 something that I got a little bored with it and I was just wanted to drop it. So now I'm going to pick it up again. I think it's starting to pick up again. A lot of things are happening, and I will be getting a solid issue of issue 100 also, because I read this digitally for the advanced copy, because it is a milestone issue, so I will be picking that up. And hope you guys enjoyed this review. Tell me your thoughts about this. Do you think Mark's going to change because of this? And tell me if you're going to pick up this issue now, and were you disappointed about this issue? What happened? Did you want more to happen? Tell me in the comments below. I will be doing a written review with less spoilers on Entertainment Fuse. If you want to go check that out, I'm going to probably post that up tonight also. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and hopefully I'll be doing more Invincible reviews. I think it'll be staying on my channel though, because Mike does Invincible reviews for Dark Avenger Inc. So I'm pretty sure that Invincible is going to be staying on my channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and around situations. Hope you guys enjoyed this advanced review.